In this video, I'll explain how to make use of the default options provided by Android Studio to create an Android application. Go to File, give New, and open New Project. Once you open New Project first and give Next. So this is the application name. In the first box, I'm going to rename this as my first sample application. So this is the package name and this is the location where it is being saved, and there are two language options. One is Kotlin and another is Java. I'll go for Java, and this is the SDK, and you can see that many SDK versions are listed here. I'll go for the default which is provided by the Android Studio. The default that it shows is API 16, Android 4.1, which is Jelly Bean. So it says that your app will run on approximately 99.8% of devices. When you see here, as I go down and select API 14, it shows your app will run on approximately 100% of devices. Whereas if I go and select the latest version, that is Android or it says your app will run on less than 1% of devices. So it is nice to make a safe bet somewhere between the lowest and the highest, and I'll once again go with the default option provided by the wizard, which says 99.8% of devices. Now I'll go for finish. Once I click on finish, I can see that the project is loading. When the project gets loaded, you will get two windows. One window where the artifacts will be listed, and the other window where we have the space to code. So now let us see what are all the artifacts that are involved in the default Android application. I will explain you the most important ones. Get into the app folder. Get into manifest and go for Android manifest.xml, which acts as a bootstrap. That is, this is the first file which will be referred when any Android application will be run. As you can see here, it has some reference to activity, and it has also mentioned the intent of an activity. Now let me go to the next artifact, the most important artifact, which is main activity.java. Here you can see a Java class with some code written on it, and when you see here this line number 12, which says set content view to r.layout.activity main, here we have to identify what is the content of activity underscore main. For that, let's once again go back to resources, go to layout and see the content of activity underscore main.xml. When you can see here, there is a content called hello world in activity underscore main.xml. Now what I'll do is I'll go and change this hello world into some other text. I'll go here and delete hello world, and instead let me type my first sample application. Now you can see that whatever we have typed in the XML file is reflected in the GUI. Now, without wasting much time, let me directly go and run the emulator, selecting a feasible good emulator, which is Galaxy Nexus API 28, and let me run the application. Now when you see in the emulator output, you can see my first sample application, which is displayed. And now here you are with your first Android application provided by all the default capabilities of the Android Studio.